kind of in your camp already. Just to reiterate his message, talk about this guy. Talk to people that don't know Bernie. Talk about him. Secondly, here's my question. Why are you losing to Hillary? Why do you personally think, and how can you change that? With the media, I know.
All right, first of all,
He may not be.
we started this campaign at about 3% in the polls. We started this campaign with probably 80% of the people of Iowa not knowing who Bernie Sanders is, let alone what he stands for. So in the last 8 months, we have come a very, very long way running against a woman who is probably one of the best known people in this country and in the world. So where are we today? After 8 months, well, latest polls had us a little bit ahead in New Hampshire. Latest polls had us behind in Iowa, but in a position to make up the difference. So I honestly can tell you, just look at the turnout here. And we're seeing this turnout all over this state. I honestly believe that if we can convert, and what the job is, and let me ask you, all of you who are here today prepared to come to the caucus? All right. I mean, it's great to come to a meeting and talk, but it's important to convert, the ideas into votes. But if we can bring together people around this state who agree with what we are talking about, I absolutely believe we can win here in Iowa. I think we can win in New Hampshire. I just came back from Nevada. We are making up a lot of ground there. I think we can win in Nevada. And if we win in those states, you know what? We are on a path toward victory in pulling off one of the great political upsets in the history of the United States.
Welcome. My name is Chuck Betts. I'm a member of the Executive Council for the Iowa State AARP. Of course, one of our focus issues is Social Security. We're familiar with some of the things that you have proposed for Social Security and keeping it strong for future generations. Can you give a few specifics about what you're proposing
Sure.
to make
Thank
that
you
happen?
very much.
Thank you.
Many of my Republican colleagues go about misrepresenting, I'm using a nice word, you see, I'm not using the L word here, misrepresenting the reality of Social Security. What they say is, and they try to convince the young people, they say, Social Security is going broke, it's not going to be there for you. And then the other thing they say is, well, we have a large national debt, we have a $450 billion deficit. Hey, we just can't afford Social Security, we're going to have to cut benefits, right? Well, in both cases, they're misrepresenting reality. Number one, Social Security is not going broke. Social Security has $2.7 trillion in the trust fund, can pay out every benefit owed to every eligible American for the next 19 years. Number two, Social Security doesn't add a nickel to the deficit because, as all of you know, it is paid for through the payroll tax, an independent source of funding. Having said that, what I believe is that when we have in this country millions of elderly people and people with disabilities and disabled vets who are trying to get by on $12,000 or $13,000 a year Social Security, it is not good enough to do what I have done, is help lead the fight against Social Security cuts. You know what we have to do? We have to expand Social Security benefits because people can't make it on $12,000 a year. Yep. So how do we do it? Well, it is pretty simple. At a time when the wealthiest people are becoming much wealthier, and many of them are paying an effective tax rate lower than the middle class, what we are going to do is lift the cap on taxable income. Right now, you got somebody making $5 million, somebody making $118,000. They both contribute the same amount into Social Security. You lift that cap, you can start at $250,000. If you do that, as our legislation does, we will extend the life of Social Security for another 50 years and significantly expand benefits, especially for those who need it the most.